It's lovely to be with you, attending at this insightful conference that I have already learned some interesting news. And so I'm going to present the amulets of BRACARA AUGUSTA, housed in the um, Archaeological Museum Dom Diogo de Souza. So, although some of BRACARA AUGUSTA's historical records have been preserved by classical authors and archaeological findings since the 16th century, the city's true historical significance started to be unveiled in 1976 when it was finally excavated. Emperor Augustus, a towering figure in Roman history, founded the city in 15 BC. His influence, combined with the rich culture of the Bracaras, a Celtic tribe, led to the city's flourishing in the 2nd century AD, covering a rectangular area of 2986 hectares. The Roman city is still visible in Brown and Hogenberg map from 1594. The Archaeological Museum Dom Diogo de Souza houses a diverse collection of apotropaic devices discovered in Alto da Cividade Hill, home to a theatre and a bath building, and various other structures, including residences and a necropolis. Some are isolated findings. The devices date back to the period of 1st–4th century AD. The word amulet, derived from the Arabic hamulet, was introduced to the West during the time of Pliny the Elder as an object to be carried believed to bestow magical benefits beyond its material use. Giuseppe Bellucci viewed amulets as a chapter of popular psychology and classified them as related to natural phenomena, therapeutic, to ward off evil spirits, propitious or against bad luck in its many manifestations, and the word charm usually means the same as amulet. Talismans had a similar function, but usually were not worn and had a specific function. The amulets from BRACARA AUGUSTA fall into the first group initiated by Bellini, the third and the fourth. Of particular interest were those for ailments for which no efficacious therapy was known, as referred by Pliny. In Quartans, ordinary medicines are practically useless, for which reason I shall include several of the magician's remedies and, in the first place, the amulets they recommend. But unfortunately for me, because I'm a medical doctor, no amulet of this group has been found in BRACARA AUGUSTA so far. So we have amulets related to natural phenomena. Polished stone adzes were Neolithic woodworking tools, rare in our country. 2 adzes were recovered from BRACARA AUGUSTA, found in the Roman context, serving as amulets. The top of the amphibolite adze is missing, and a fragmented hole is visible in the top of the Silamanite adze. These tools were known as Ceronia, or thunderstones, the first category initiated by Bellucci. They appear among firestones, comprising a wide range of objects such as fossils, belemnites or shark teeth, artifacts, and meteorites. Ceronia, from where were believed to have appeared on Earth after a thunderstorm. They were highly regarded as missiles of the thunder sent by the thunder god and highly valued for their magical powers. José Leite de Vasconcelos, the founder of the National Museum of Archaeology in Lisbon, reported the existence of Neolithic axes to which the Portuguese people, mainly from the north of the country, credited with mighty magical powers. Ceronia were found in various locations, including Olisipo, modern-day Lisbon. The Latin grammarian and historian Gaius Solinus, who thrived in the early 3rd century AD, mentioned these stones in his work De Mirabilis Mundi. He was speaking about Roman Lusitania, noting that the stone could withstand flames without harm and was believed to offer protection against lightning. This adzes take us back to the earlier times in human history, possibly when the concern with fertility originated in the manufacture of the earliest amulets, as attested by the discovery of the Venus from the Hohlerfels cave in Germany in 2008. The miniature figure figurine carved in mammoth ivory depicts a woman with marked sexual traits, no head, and at the top, a residual loop through which a thread would pass to wear around the neck. The figurine dates back to the Aurignacian, presenting the earliest evidence of the belief of men from primitive civilizations to call up supernatural forces or their regulated powers to meet their needs. And so the two possible Celtic amulets are the following. A perforated bronze coin with a central female figure, possibly of a goddess, is an intriguing and challenging artifact from the excavation of Insula das Carvalheiras. Druids treasured all kinds of naturally drilled stones, artifacts or concretions used as amulets, credited with being all-curing. They also employed them for divination, since whoever could see through the hole could get into the hidden realities. Some still consider small stones with round holes lucky charms. Drilled stones also stood as symbols of the passage of birth in initiation rituals and in the Neolithic cult of the Mother Goddess. The perforated bronze coin with a central female figure fits into the type of drilled artifacts. Moreover, the BRACARAs were Ibero-Celtic tribes before the Roman occupation, leaving traces in the language, toponyms, and culture. A nutshell made of ceramics was probably a talisman, since it had no perforation or loop. As it also came from Insula das Carvalheiras, it may be related to the previous artifact, and trees and their fruits were sacred among the Celts. 5 amulet pendants recovered from different places of BRACARA AUGUSTA may represent a pomegranate, a Greco-Roman symbol of female fertility, or an acorn, a symbol of male fertility. A similar pendant from the Roman city of Balsa in Algarve is housed in the National Archaeological Museum in Lisbon. Just one from BRACARA AUGUSTA is intact. The hanging loop of the other 4 pendants is fragmented. In ancient Egypt, children wore bell pendants as protective charms. The earlier examples were adorned with the head of god Bes, the protector of children. In Rome, children also wore these bell pendants, which carried a strong belief in warding off evil spirits and protecting them from harmful influences. The recovery of 3 bell pendants testifies to this use in BRACARA AUGUSTA. Phallic amulets appear frequently in Greco-Roman times as a craving for creative power and primordial generation and creation. There is no trace of their existence in ancient Egypt, according to Sir Peter Flinders Petrie. Roman phallic amulets and talismans were unearthed in different places of BRACARA AUGUSTA, 2 phallic pendants on the left and 3 phallic objects which would work as talismans that are here. And we have amulets from a necropolis. 3 significant amulet pendants of vitreous paste, each with its own unique story, were unearthed from the necropolis of Via 17 in the oriental part of the city, which encompasses the post office building and Avenida da Liberdade near the exit Via 17. BRACARA Astorga by Aqua Flavis, currently Chaves. Some of the tombs in this necropolis date back to the final Bronze Age. However, the tomb from which the amulets were recovered, tomb ENC 129, date back to the late 1st century or early 1st century AD. And here on the left you have the amulet from BRACARA AUGUSTA, and the other is from the National Museum of Archaeology. The amulet pendant in the form of a pine corn or a corn is similar to an Iron Age Punic pendant housed in the National Museum of Archaeology in Lisbon. unearthed in a complex of necropolis located on a hill 1 kilometer from Alcácer do Sal in Alentejo. It is part of a unique set of Egyptian and other Phoenician amulets and charms, like a container made of an ostrich egg, a rarity in the Peninsula Southwest, appearing more frequently in funerary environments in Lower Andalusia in Spain. And then we have a fist and an altar-shaped amulet. The amulet pendant in the shape of a fist with crossed thumb and forefinger is a frequently found typology related to phallic amulets, since the first represents the fertility of the female genital organs in ancient Egypt and Roman times. The altar-shaped pendant is an unusual type in Roman times. Amulets in the shape of an altar with food offerings were found in the necropolis of the ancient Egypt. In the face of the Egyptian and Phoenician amulets from the necropolis of Alcácer do Sal, the set from the tomb of the necropolis from BRACARA AUGUSTA appears to match a similar pattern, including the first, which was also common in ancient Egypt and Rome. These findings provide compelling evidence of a long-lasting presence and deep-seated cultural and religious relations between the Semitic peoples from the north of Africa and the peoples from the Iberian Peninsula. And now we have two glass tube-shaped devices. A set of apotropaic devices are long tube-shaped glass hollow and carrying a phylactery, a small papyrus or parchment scroll with magic and apotropaic spells that originated in the Middle East. Two amulets in this shape were found in Balsa, in Algarve. The priests made phylacteries, which would be part of a larger rite associated with Jewish religious practices. The high priests wore phylacteries in the Temple of Jerusalem before its destruction in 70 AD. The tubular device in black glass with yellow veins with a suspension element broken at one end from the 3rd, 4th century AD is hollow and came from Largo São João do Soto excavation. The black glass tubular device with helical decoration and suspension element broken at one end from the same period came from the nearby excavation of Rua São Geraldo, and a similar amulet was found in Balsa. We don't know if they ever had any phylactery inside, however, they were fit to contain one. The Jews presumably arrived in Rome from the North Africa between 60 BC and around 100 AD. The Phoenicians arrived in the Iberian Peninsula in the 8th century BC for trade and settling later colonies. They were Semitic people related to the Jews. A Jewish community was possibly settled in Carthago as early as the 3rd and 4th centuries BC. They also may have come from Palestine and Rome. Archaeological evidence points to traces of these people in Portugal. In conclusion, I would say that the collection of amulets from BRACARA AUGUSTA provides a vivid picture of the prevalent views of the time concerning primitive and popular magical traditions and their role in magical protection, revealing connections between the city, ancient Neolithic artifacts, the traditions of the Bracaros, and relations with other Roman cities in Portugal. Some of the items unearthed in BRACARA AUGUSTA are typical Greek-Roman. Others reveal a fascinating mix of influences, pointing to religious and cultural exchange with Phoenicians and Middle Eastern traditions. In short, through these amulets, we can trace the evolution of ancient magical apotropaic beliefs from the Neolithic down to the Greek-Roman and neighboring cultures. And you have bibliography. And thanks for your attention.